morning also from my side, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, guests and friends. In these global challenging times, success and also progress is counted by now only in millimeters. And this is why we are really happy to be here today with you all together. But this is also why there was a kind of tornado of good news last December coming from Dubai. Because successful breakthroughs are so rare. In my point of view, it was kind of a wonder that last December, 196 states made a quantum leap. By joining hands and joining forces to overcome global dividing lines and face the biggest security threat for our world altogether. By drafting a final statement at this climate conference, which makes very clear that the future is renewable. By agreeing all together, and again, 196 states, of tripling renewable energy, of doubling energy efficiency, and most importantly, ending the fossil era. This decision, in our point of view, was good not only for the planet, not only good for the people of the world, but also for our pockets. This decision means that we are keeping the 1.5 degree limit inside. It means for our people that security matters and that we can fight the biggest security threat only together by investing into renewable energy and so forth, turning away and becoming independent from political turmoil. Because every wind turbine, every solar panel is an investment in our own security. And we are seeing around the world for our pockets that this is a real economic opportunity for all of us. IRENA has calculated that in 2030, twice as many people could be working in the field of energy transition than now. The demand for clean energy will rise and is rising everywhere. By 2030, 10 times more electric cars are on the road worldwide than today. But we know also from these challenging times that geopolitics is also interfering in this world. And therefore, it is so important for us that we are not only talking the talk, but that we are walking the walk, that we are implementing everywhere. And my understanding of that climate conference, being there with many of you for 10 days and overall 2 weeks, was not that people didn't understand that we really have to walk the walk, but the question, how can we do it in our country, in our region? How can we really implement and install renewable energy? And this is a big hurdle, and we can only solve this together. We need technology transfer, but we also need a different attitude towards financing. Because it doesn't help that in the world last year, 50% more renewable energy was installed than in the previous year. I mean, this is an amazing good news. But if still in Africa, there are 600 million people without electricity at all, this is not just and this is not fair. And it shows that we do not only have to think about installation of renewable energy in our own countries, but we have to think for the others, how we can do it together. So the question of accessibility and cost of transition is the question of today. And therefore, we are having here today at the 10th Berlin Energy Transition Day, a real implementation conference. It's not about giving speech after speech after speech, and this is why I'm the moderator here today, but it's really about learning from each other, putting ourselves in the shoes of the others to understand what they need with the installation in their country. Because not all countries have the same conditions. For countries without AAA ratings, investments in solar wind parks are less affordable. So we cannot just say renewable energy is becoming cheaper if you have a problem with your own state rating. We see today that developing countries, per average, have an interest rate of 16%, often 4 times as much as industrialized countries. So all the investment is obviously automatically going to the industrialized countries, even though it would need these investments on other places. And this is why climate policy, and we saw that in Dubai, is more than just energy. It's also a push for the reform of financial institutions. This is why also our understanding as a foreign ministry, but also as a ministry for climate and for energy and economy, is that we need a reform of the World Bank to make the World Bank more just, but also to succeed in the investment for renewable energy. And again, finance and money alone doesn't help either. It doesn't bring the projects, especially the integrated ones, to the countries where we need it. So for the countries which do have a lack of access to the right technology or natural resources, we have to see how we can bring these projects on the ground. Therefore, here in Berlin, we are not talking about a one-size-fits-all solution. We're here to find ways to tackle the different challenges to make energy transition possible everywhere. This means we are here to listen and to learn from each other. Because this is the only way how we can turn renewable energy to a success story for the whole world. And there are so many examples how we can do it. In Uruguay, for example, there's already 98% of its electricity coming from renewables. In Oman, on the other hand, they are implementing several mega solar projects to provide electricity for thousands of households. And Namibia is building one of the world's biggest green ammonia plants. Again, we see also the importance for geopolitical questions behind it. So every country needs to find its own way, but to commit to the same goal: safe, clean, and sustainable energy for all. Because it's good for the planet, it's good for all of our people, and it's also good for our pockets. In this regard, I'm very honored to host today the 10th BETD conference as a foreign minister, together with the Ministry of Economy and Energy, and to give a short input how we do the energy transition here in Germany. I would like to invite my friend and colleague and co-host of this BETD to the stage. I'm introducing to you Minister Robert Habeck, Minister for Economy Affairs, Climate Action and Energy. Please, Robert, the floor is yours.